Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 60. We're currently playing as Kaiser Ulrich II the Great of the Holy Roman Empire, and he's the son of Kaiser Ludolf, who himself was the son of Kaiser Ulrich I, and so on and so forth, all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, who was our starting character. Let's start off by getting rid of this succession warning. We know about it, it's fine. Let's put our speed up to the second level so that when we unpause it, it'll be going. And I don't think that there's anything else here that we need to worry about. We've still got these can call in ally messages, but we can't do that because they actually like the guys we're at war with more. Yeah, we'd have to pay out a fair amount of money, and even then it's not a guarantee. So, we'll just keep that in mind. And yes, so we're at war with two people. The first one is we're an ally in the Byzantine Holy War for Cherson against the Crimean High Chief. Don't care about it. And the second one, we're at war for two of our claims on the counties of Treviso and Padua against the King of Italy and Burgundy. And that's what we're doing right now. We're currently besieging the citadel of Treviso, and we're gathering up some men to go and kick in some Italians. Now, I believe that these guys might be trying to gather together. These guys are trying to move there, and these guys are currently besieging garrisons. What I will probably do is park my armies in Chur. If they gather up, I'm going to try and intercept this army here with my levy armies. And the reason for that is I don't want... I didn't want to fight a bunch of guys in garrisons because it's got mountains. But they appear to be moving into Schwyz, which is an interesting tactical choice on their part. I am not leading an army, so that's good. I don't want to be leading an army at 55 years of age. But we do think that Oda here might be fancying me. No, I don't believe that it's appropriate. We have plenty of children. No need to have some little bastards running around the place. Yeah, a bunch of things about succession, that's fine. Tax coming up. Quite nicely, I'd have to say. That's because we are actually quite a learned individual. Average is 10, and the lowest you can raise it to is about 8, I feel. Okay, so they might all be trying to gather up in Lorraine. We don't really have anywhere to attack Lorraine from. It is all rivers, apparently. From Nordgau, from Sundgau, Bourgogne. Where else? Saint-Ouen, this one. Bar, there. It was Verdun, I know Verdun was there, and Metz. So yeah, you can't actually attack into Lorraine from anywhere without taking a penalty. So what we'll probably do is just go and send our army over to Nordgau after we equip it nicely. So the Duke of Tyrol leads it. Ulrich's good enough to lead his side, and we'll also have this guy here, Wenzel, on that side. We'll just send him over that way. Because this army here might move differently. No, it looks like they're doing what I expected them to do. That's alright. They might actually be too many for us. We may raise up some vassal levies on the way. But again, we're not planning on out and out attacking them. We want them to attack us, sort of thing. In Nordgau would be beautiful, because Nordgau is a forest, and they'd have to attack us over something. Okay, so yeah, they've definitely got more men than we do. So let's look into just raising up a couple of vassal levies or something. Because that is our entirety, well, most of our actual levies. So we just click around here and try and find a duke. Unfortunately, the dukes won't supply us with too much in the way of men. Oh, except for the Duke of Tyrol there. That's wonderful. Good lad. And we'll just grab all of that. And that should give us a bit of an advantage. Unfortunately, we can't... If any of them decide that they should be ruling the army, then we can't really get rid of them. But I think it will be fine. My mother died a natural death. So this should give us somewhere near 9,000 troops. And we'll want to get this battle over and done with fairly swiftly. Because, you know, vassal penalties. It shouldn't be too bad though, because it's only with, what, 2 or 3 guys. That's alright. And the last one, there we go, so an army of 9,300. This army here would put us on an even footing, so let's go. Quickest route. We'll be attacking into plains, if that's alright. I don't know if we'll get there first, but we can always raise up some troops in Baden. Another 250. 50 tech points. I guess I would like it in... that's kind of tricky. We're closer to getting culture, but I'd prefer it to be an economy. So we'll say economy. Military it was. That's alright. We're not going to improve this because it's naturally improving. Same thing with shipbuilding. We could improve on cavalry, but I think we're going to save up again for siege equipment. And I think the Byzantine guy just died. Yep, so now the Byzantine guy died. So now Yodica is Kaiserin, and Ulrich is Basilius. He's wearing a nice little crown with all of his military gear because he's currently leading troops for me. So that's pretty good. He might go to her court and like leave my army, which would be irritating because he's pretty good. He's a center leader actually, so I think I have him in the wrong place. Yeah, I totally do. He's probably going to leave though because... yeah, he's not actually pickable anymore. That's alright. Yeah, okay, so they're all going to try and unite there. Excellent, and get the Lotharingians troops. Move them into Baden, because we'll be passing through Baden. And that should give us enough men to assault over the river. This woman died in suspicious circumstances. And probably from this guy trying to kill her. Yeah, alright. Well, whatever tickles your fancy, bro. If you need to murder your wife to, you know, get off, I guess, then... This isn't advice for life, by the way. If you do murder your wife, that is not a good thing, and you should probably turn yourself into the police. But in the game, it's alright. A little bit of an acceptable break from reality, I guess. Yeah, so we're going to have about 11,000 men. Wonderful. Let's go beat up some guys. And we'll attack them through Nordgau. And we are going to attack them even though it would be over the river. Because I feel that we have the advantage. He's not moving out. So this could be make or break. Here, we may not actually win this. Let's have a look. Who leads our army? Duke Hardwin IV. Get the idea that he would be around here. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he's actually really good, but of note, he's got a little bit less damage, and most of his stuff is geared towards fighting against religious enemies. Because we're Catholic, that doesn't matter. So the only thing he has here is -2% damage and 18% morale defense. That's okay. Our Duke here is very good at morale defense and normal defense, so I think we outclass him. because he will be leading the center flank, by the way. Still isn't moving out. Well, I guess he thinks he can take this. Or he's just gonna, give up and take it. Yeah, there's a revolution in France, but we really can't do anything about it. Because our guy who had the claim in France is dead. He died of old age. Alright. We beat them in this flank. Penalties notwithstanding, of course. We beat them on this flank, and we may beat them on this flank. The Duke of Verona has 19 martial, but it's all tied up in movement speed, because he's got the planet, he must have the planet trait. Yeah. So while he still has 19 martial, and that's a good thing, his benefit here is in retreating and moving fast. Let's just see how it goes. We can't really raise the troops out of Lorraine. Okay, so the left flank is becoming a bit of an issue. Our center is doing well, and our right flank isn't moving much. Okay, we should have the left flank. Yep, good, we've got it. We did lose the commander in the center. The Duke of Tyrol died. That's annoying. But because our guy here has moved in to get his flanking in, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yep, we're fine. So our center flank did flee after the death of the general, but it's alright. We still lost about 4,000 guys. And we captured this dude. See if we can ransom him back, because he is useless to us. No. Alright, cool. Give him a leader in the middle, Martin here, and we'll just chase this army down. I don't want to take too much more casualties, because it's bolstering up our factions when we lose men. Also, we want to get rid of our vassal levies that we've had raised. It's only a couple of points penalty at this stage, but it's still a thing. We will hit them before they escape. There we go. Yeah, our guys are still recovering morale. But it's alright, because all they're doing is chasing down guys. Yep, another 8 war score. And we captured the Doge of Genoa! And the Duke of Susa! Wow, okay, this is quite fortuitous. The Doge here isn't that good of a military man, but we can ransom him for 145 gold, and we're going to do that. This guy, he's alright at military, actually. But we're also going to ransom him for 145 gold. Ah, so nice windfall there. I think, if we're very lucky, that will give us enough to fund our university. Yes, we're going to pay for our university with the money from war. Yep, wonderful. 880 gold. And we can definitely buy that. And we're going to. Done. Big spend. It will be complete in 3 years. But so worth it. And we're not losing too much in the way of money anymore. And once we put our levies down, we'll be losing even less. He's got a revolt going on there. We don't want to attack this revolt because it's hostile to everybody. And what's the point in helping, the Italian out? We're trying to fight him, not help him. Oh, we besieged Treviso, so we got 13 gold out of that. And we've got 5% war score from the Battle of Habsburg. And we just send these guys up to Sundgau and dismiss them. They'll be fine. Because I believe we've just shattered the Italians' main army, so it's alright. Put those guys down. That'll let them regenerate further. We still need another about 2,500 before we're at full personal levies. Aquitaine's having a bit of a excuse me, a bit of a revolution. Only to lower crown authority, so it's not too big a deal. He's also helping out the Byzantine in the jihad for Syria. I wonder Can we get in on that? No, we can't. We can't join in on her war. We must not be allied anymore. No, we are. She just doesn't like us. Because she has a weak claim on the Holy Roman Empire, so she's got a little bit of a dislike there. These Vikings are raiding us all over the place. It's somewhat irritating, but the dukes should honestly be able to handle that themselves. It's not my personal property, so I don't particularly care. These guys are all like this rebel thing. It's alright, we don't have to worry too much about them. Plus, it's only about 1,000, 2,000 troops. It's alright. Wonder if we can join in on Aquitaine's wars. Nope. Oh well. No drama. We'll just take the city of Bassano. Now? Thank you. Hey buddy. Nope. Nope. Still no peace. Alright. Well, I guess we're going to attack the bishopric of Ordezo then. And from there we'll move down to Padua so that we can start getting... Honestly, by occupying a couple more holdings, we should be able to press our thing. So we may just go up to Trento here, because it's a bishopric. Trent. The bishopric of Trento in the province of Trent. This guy wants to kill the Count of Nisan. You can stop that right now. End plot. Still trying to revoke that county, but that's alright because it's something we'll get happening at some point after we finish this war. Yes, lovely. I'm just going to attack this place. Done. How you doing, buddy? No. Okay, well, let's try and press the war score a little bit more. And the good thing about attacking bishopric or archbishoprics, prince-bishoprics, places with bishoprics or religious holdings as the primary holding in the county or province, it's good because the primary holding is the one that most of the tech goes into. See, this one has about 1,000 troops, actually 1,029 troops, but it only has a fort level of 1, so it's easy to besiege. The castle holding might have a fort level of 3.5, but because it's a secondary holding and only held by a baron, it only has about 700 troops in it, because they haven't been upgrading it all that much. So we just get our stab on. This does cost us a bit of money because it requires our retinues to reinforce the losses that they've taken. Nope, still thinks he's hard. That's okay. And even if we didn't directly assault this barony here, it still only has 700 men, whereas we have, well, almost 12,000 parked outside it, so the siege progresses very quickly for us. I mean, 12% per 12 days. It's not bad. Looks like the Vikings headed off. So let's think about what we're going to do after I finish this war. We've got a few options. I believe we were going to try and take Znojmo here just so that we could further solidify our stuff. We got a new pope, by the way. Pope Synesius III. I don't think he's our man. No, he definitely is not. Where is he? He is! He is! Birth name Giselbert. That was our guy. He's had to give up his land, though. Yeah, see, Prince Archbishop Wenzel here is now the Prince Archbishop of Cologne, and etc. We've got a wicked priest. Bad man. Bad man. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. We got a man in the Vatican, and it doesn't really mean much in any way, shape, or form, apparently. So I'm kind of confused as to what the point of getting a pope elected is. Unless you have free investiture, in which case you can pick who the pope will be, because you can pick your guy, promote him in the campaign fund down here, and then try and get people to elect him, I guess, if you control the place. But yeah, I really don't see the point in having a pope if he's not beholden to you in some way. Which is one reason why we wanted a land border with Rome. For reasons. Okay, that's great. This guy now favours himself. I believe we have him... No, the West Francian has him imprisoned. That's the Flanders Duke. We're at 79.2% for this plot. Let's see if we can find somebody nice and cheap. So we're going to order by rank, because the higher rank they are, the more money they want. 0% is useless to us. What about this guy? How much will you take? 37. Yes, good man. And we'll get that plot underway fairly quickly, because Astonishment is just a double count. He's not really all that important. Okay, so now we're at 81% there. So we're going to fire up that revocation. And he'll say... Oh, he might actually give it up because he's pretty low power. Nope. Nope, we're going to have to go to war with him. Anyway, when guests arrive, my son Ulrich is the first to greet them and shower them with questions. We want him to be gregarious. It's nice to be gregarious. So we're going to say that the child clearly has potential, I believe. Done. And it's going to be war, because we don't want to lose that opinion with everybody. War! Right, so he's got 2 places. We're going to finish the Italian conflict off nice and fast. 92%. Give it up, bro! Yep, done. Okay, now we're going to immediately start moving out. And we've imprisoned this lady. Ransom? No ransom. Okay. Dungeon entertainment troupe for her. We should get that message back from this guy soon. 3, 2, 1. I have usurped the title of the County of Padua and the County of Treviso because I have won the war. Wonderful. So, we're not going to get too much out of those places for a bit because they're new holdings. But they should be fairly decent holdings, I think. This one at least has 8.91. They do seem to have a fair amount of buildings in them, so I'm happy with that. But we will probably have to give something up at some point, but it's fine. The whole point there was to get some more counties in Italy. Well, some counties. They're the first counties that we have in Italy. Now, we can't usurp the duchy title here because we didn't manage to get a claim on Verona as well. I'm not worried about that. What I would like to know, though, is how many boats I have. 55 all up, but a lot of those will be up north. That's alright, we can raise them up and bring them around to attack Venice. That will let us get 5,500 guys across the Gulf of Venice at a time. I think that's kind of almost worth it. We do have embargo wars. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Who's this guy allied with? Nobody. And he's got places all around the damn thing. Like, he's got trade posts. You can find trade posts by clicking on trade, and you can see this one here is Venice, belonging to the Participazio family. Well, I may just Participazio in a little embargo war with them at some point, after I deal with this rebellion. While I move my troops up, let's just have a quick look at that. So the embargo has a little bit of an error there in which it's telling you that the description for the embargo war is embargo underscore CB underscore description. Okay, Galindo here would like a fief of his own. Yeah, you know what? Yes, I will arrange it. And we'll just mark him as a special character so that I remember that. But we will arrange it because we're actually trying to get some more land off people. We may be able to double tap on the Count of Znojmo here, which would be fortunate because he's going to hate us after what we're about to do to him. Anyway, Venice. You can see here, if we win the war, we embargo the Serene Doge Fortunato of Venice, and we get 252.98 gold from raising 4 trade posts. If we lose it, it's prestige, and if we lose it hard, it's money and prestige. We're not going to lose it. The guy has no military to hold on to. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trade posts in our realm, and that's what it's basically talking about. They're actually quite nicely spread, aren't they? They're down here in Greece, of all places. And Melgel. And there are 2 other republics, Genoa and Amalfi. Amalfi being down here, Genoa being up here. Genoa is part of Italy at this stage. They're a vassal republic, you can see here. To this lovely little chap, who I now, unfortunately, have a truce with. So that'll be a good way to just get some money, because it is not going to cost us 250 whatever gold to wage war on Venice. We lost our spy master. Oh, awesome. The Count of Nisan, Ludwig here, has 19, he wants to be spy master, and he likes us a lot. 20! So we're going to send him to study technology somewhere. And I completely forget where. Let's just get rid of that. Right. I don't think anywhere's better than us at castle infrastructure. No. I don't think anywhere's better than us at improved keeps. No, it doesn't look like it. Light infantry? Dorelion? I get the impression that we were in Dorelion. Is there any way of light infantry and cavalry? So Constantinople there, and they're also better than us at construction and religious and popular customs. And shipbuilding. Not town infrastructure though. Ah, that'll do. We'll put him in Constantinople. Done. Okay, and our Chancellor is still up here in Gillen, trying to fabricate that claim. That's alright. Should we deal with these armies? No, they can't actually besiege anything. They're too small to besiege anything, really. We just need to take some holdings off this guy. And well, look at the difference here. It will not be an issue. Laws are still going fine. We now can check out the laws of Italy, which is good because we've got some counties in Italy. So those are the 3 guys who are in line for the throne. I don't think we have any real claims to press anymore. I mean, we've got Burgundy and Holland and some stuff. We've got some de jure claims, so that could be neat. A lot of de jure claims. So what we may do, we are plotting though. After this plot, in which we have suddenly bumped up in plot power hugely, but it doesn't matter because we fired the plot up already, we may try to kill the Italian king. Just to fuck with him a little bit. But let's assault this castle. Nice and easy. Oh, and while I think of it, I don't remember what we were doing with our retinues. I think we should have been buying more skirmish, but I'm going to wait until I can check that. Okay, we're going to attack this place. We're basically going to power through this county. The jihad for Syria has failed. I expected it would. Now, one thing which is going to be annoying is we may not get crusades for a very long time. And the reason for that is the only real reasons that we can get for crusades is if particular provinces in Europe, most of which I hold, are not held by a Catholic. If Rome is not held by a Catholic. If parts of the Byzantine Empire, mainly Constantinople and Thrace, are not held by a Christian. Or if the year is 1090, which it still isn't, and the province of Jerusalem is not held by a Christian. It is quite obviously held by a Christian right now, and I doubt, at the current stage of play, that the Sunni, or even the Shia, have the capacity to take it back. If that doesn't happen, as soon as it happens after 1090, crusades happen. Like, they just happen. It becomes unlocked. But if it doesn't happen, we will never get crusades. The upside of that is, without crusades, we can't have pagan Great Holy Wars. Because for pagan Great Holy Wars to happen, both the Islamic faith and the Christian faith need to be able to have their crusades. Holstein has finally been converted to the Catholic faith. Lovely. So let's reassign our man somewhere. Probably to Eisenberg, because... no, we'll get him to quickly convert some pagan places for us. I was thinking Eisenberg because it's Orthodox, but we don't have to worry too much about that. Let's send him to Calais. Because the Slavic and Remover faiths, or Romova faiths, have very low moral authority at this stage, mainly because they're so small, and because we've been kicking them around in holy wars. This army's almost reinforced. I'm going to let it just tick this siege out. Because when I move them, I want them to be at near full strength, so I can judge what I need to buy in terms of retinue. Not forgetting, of course, that because we're currently missing the counties of Lower Cilicia and Znojmo, our retinue cap is slightly lower than it should be. And just check our truces out. So I've got one with Burgundy. Oh! Burgundy split from Italy. This land up here is going to be Burgundy, isn't it? Alright, what reasons do we have to go to war with Queen Facello of Italy? This rather pretty young lady of 39. Okay, so we've got a claim on Italy itself for one of our guys. A claim on Lombardy for the Count of Grissons, but I don't think that will go very well for us. And we've got some de jure claims on Nordgau and Boulogne. Where's Boulogne? All the way over here. We could claim Nordgau for her. We're not going to because she just does not like us. Oh, because she wants Jülich. We're holding on to Jülich for some reason? Well, you know what? We may press her claim. But she already has a lot of land, doesn't she? What does she have? Luxembourg and Alsace. So Luxembourg and Alsace. And she's one of the people we're getting a vassal inheritance warning about, I feel. No? Okay, we're getting a lot of warnings about Nisan and Eisenberg due to their heir being the Kaiserin of the Byzantine Empire. So that could be a little weird in the future. But we're also probably going to try and get her killed. Now that we no longer have to get the Italian killed. But I'm thinking a de jure claim in Nordgau would be most appropriate. And we might take it for this woman. No dramas. But again, that'll happen after we finish putting down this minor rebellion. Yep, okay, siege victory there. Let's head up to Lower Cilicia. Okay, on the face of things, we're missing 1 unit of shock because of the substantial difference between these guys' heavy infantry counts. Can we get 1 unit of shock? Shock's up the top. Nope, we are about 30 points shy. That's fine. As soon as we retake the lands, we should be at that point. And we're going to have to take out this army as it moves back down past us. Just because it is capable of retaking Znojmo. Let's go into Praha. Okay, he's trying to move into Boleslav. That's alright. We should have a very quick move from... Well, as soon as he moves into Boleslav, we'll change our move. Come on. There we go. Third. I think we're good. He's reconsidering his move, and he doesn't have enough time, so we've got him. Smack. In 2 days. There we go, and yeah, complete wash. No dramas. 63% war score, that's given as a win. Okay, done. Wonderful, and now we have a reason to imprison him. We're not going to imprison him, we're going to revoke his last... Actually... Yeah, we're going to revoke his last title. And now we need to give out one of our places, because we just took Znojmo. It's part of Austria, so we want to keep that. That's why we took it in the first place. But we have some places that we could get rid of. Jülich is one of them. Because if you remember from a moment ago, the Duchess of Luxembourg, this woman here, would like it. And we are going to give that to her. I think that's fine. So grant Jülich. Done. And now she likes us again. And she'll like us even more once we press her de jure claim. Okay, so we're going to send our guys over to Baden, just to prep for our Italian war. And if that guy refuses the revocation of his county of Lower Cilicia, he has accepted it though, so that's fine. Okay, so now we need to get rid of another place. It's not a bad county, but it's in the middle of Cilicia. I don't think Cilicia has a duke. It does not, so that's alright. So we could keep a hold on it. What else do we have? We've got Treviso and Padua. Not particularly caring. And the rest of our stuff, München, Wittelsbach, Nürnberg, Wien, and Endex are all in our realm. So we're going to get rid of the Lower Cilician one. So, let's see. She's insane. I'll give it to this guy. Her wife. Her husband. Wow. Lower Cilicia. Go ahead and take it, buddy. And hopefully that means that their heir, their son, will take both Upper Cilicia and Lower Cilicia when they die. And he'll be able to form his own little dukedom if he so wishes to continue fighting. But it's alright for now. It's sorted. Things are going well. Things are going quite nicely. Right, so we've got an Italian war coming up. She does have a little revolution against her. Oh no, that's not against her. She's joined in on the West Francian revolt. It's alright. And you can see Carling's colour has changed because their main holding is Burgundy. And this guy has inherited Rostock. Again, sure. The Capets are the ones trying to do the revolution in France. We could offer to join, but would be at war with a lot of people. Also, I'm not sure if Prince Herbert... I don't know if he's a Carling or not. We can kind of check that. Claimants. Looking for name. Find as a H. Herbert is a Carling, so that won't change anything. So bugger it. Yeah, we'll just take Nordgau. Get rid of that annoying Italian province sitting in the middle of our realm. Don't even know why it's there. The Byzantine won the war for Cherson. That's great. It means they've got a little bit more land up here. Yep. That's the Duchy of Cherson. Doing well. Now, we had a plot to do, didn't we? Yes, we sure did have a plot to do. The Spy Master of the HRE will be that guy, though. Oh, and we might even be able to fire this. Invite everybody. We're trying to kill the Kaiserin of the Byzantine Empire. Okay, that's a few people. And we're getting a call to arms from Aquitanian Bro. He wants us to get involved in the rebellion on his side. We'll do that. He's not even losing it. He is completely obliterating his opposition. So, yeah, great. We've just gotten a free opinion boost. Just a small one, though. And that's good to go. I'm not going to pay any money to get anybody in on it because we're good to go, even though it's a little bit lower. Like, we would rather have it at about 150 instead of 104, but, you know, what can you do? You just take what you get. Now, where's a good place to attack into Nordgau from? The answer is absolutely nowhere. Oh no, Sundgau. I'm not particularly concerned. They can't raise 12,000 troops in one place, surely. Let's just check on their men. Always check the men before you declare war. We've got 31,000, they have 13,000. They should have a bit less than that, because we just kicked the shit out of them. You. We do have a claim for the Count of Metz, but, you know, bugger him. The de jure claim on here, so it'll give us a plus 100 opinion with the Duchess of Alsace and Luxembourg. And yeah, done. Let's go. We could call in allies. We couldn't actually call in allies. They don't like us as much as they like the other people. But that's fine. We'll get in here, get a nice quick siege in. It's only one holding here, by the way, because we already hold the city and the bishopric. We've got a minor plot discovered. The difference between a minor and a major plot is major plots are ones that involve you and they have a pop-up appear with your spy master saying, hey, this person's trying some shit, you should stop them. That's right, it'll be a slow siege, but we only need this one thing to get our ticking war score on. And following that we'll come down and, you know, keep attacking places. Just to progress it. Because due to the Swiss Alps, the only couple of ways out of Italy is through our recently conquered territories in Padua and Treviso. Through Nice down here. Is there a crossing here? Yep, this mountain range between Piedmont and Savoy. And the mountain range north of Lombardy into Grisons. Very limited. Can be good for them if they're getting attacked. Can be bad for them if they're trying to attack. So, Maybe we'll be able to get this one done before the end of the episode. We have about 10, 15 minutes, depending. We'll see. We'll see. Like these modifiers to go away. One will go away fairly soon, actually, in about 10 days. And that'll mean that we can start getting some tax and some levies from the places instead of, having to wait for so long. New Duchess in Gelrare, that's fine, she likes us. How are the factions? Weak as ever. King of West Francia joined in. Well, that's another thing I didn't actually check. Her allies. Burgundy, West Francia. She can't call in the Burgundian because he likes us better, but she sure as hell could call in the West Francian, and she did that. That's alright. If he turns up with an army, we'll try and smash it, because we also wanted to go to war with him for some of our stuff up here. So really, we're kind of in a reactionary stage at this moment where we're reacting to what the AI does. There's 4,500 Italian guys up there. Really? How'd they get up there? Maybe they shipped them around for some reason, though I don't see any ships. I see an adventurer's ships. Yeah, Jorvik is getting attacked by some adventurers. Oh well. So if this army starts moving down, we may move to engage it, and after we win this siege, we will go and fight it. Just because we don't want armies hanging around. Duke Augustine has created the Duchy of Lesser Poland. Good, he's fine. Look, he likes us. He also wants control of Krakow. Why doesn't he have control of Krakow? We'll give him control of Krakow, that's fine. Not that guy. It was Lesser Poland. Where's Lesser Poland? Ah, right, this one. Yeah, so he was supposed to do that. We intentionally gave him the men to do that. And we're just going to transfer the Count of Krakow to him. We didn't have to do that. He already had a 100% opinion of us. But we just did that because it's nice to get that sort of stuff done with and have all the feudal things going for you. Now we're not going to attack this place because it has a 5 fort level and enough men. One of my subjects converted to the Catholic faith, praise Jesus. Lorde, Lorde. And we really don't have too much to do in the way of buying things. We could get stables in Wittelsbach. We've got a bit of a revolt risk in Oberbayern. I'm not terribly concerned about it. Let's have a look in Österreich, in Wien. No, that's alright. We may look to get a training ground there. And in Znojmo. Ah, good. We'll upgrade the castle town in Znojmo. That'll give us a little bit of extra tax. How are the rest of things there? Oh yeah, we could do a lot of upgrading work here. That's alright. Gives us something to spend our money on, apart from bribery and murder. Speaking of, still good. 105. Yeah, my worry up north here. Oh. Kaliz has been converted. That was really quick, dude. Yeah, that's where we sent him. That was really quick. I'm impressed. We'll put him in Posen. Just check out the moral authority of the various religions. There we go. Moral authority. Slavic 0. Yeah. Yeah. Norse 0 as well. That's interesting. Really? A lot of them are actually getting converted to Orthodoxy, which is kind of historic, to be fairly honest. But yeah, they're still all up here. What about the Sumanescos? Where are they at? Here we are, 26. So they're not doing bad for a pagan religion. The The Romovers are actually doing pretty well, 34%. They're no Catholicism, but, you know, not terrible. And the Pope loves us because we've converted those provinces, and he's actually looking after somebody for us. Well, that's nice. Okay, but yeah, what we really want to do is stop that army combining with that army there. So once we finish this siege, we'll go up and take on this army, and then over here to this one, which is technically besieging one of our holdings, but whatever. Alright, let's hit it. We think Bohuslava here might be fancying me. It's not appropriate. Okay, that's good. That's good. We've dragged Udo Carling here out. He's heir to the Duchy of Lombardy. But he shouldn't be giving us any war score. He is not. So we'll just straight up ransom him back for 46 gold. And we dragged this lady out as well. We have to wait for her because the Duke of Lombardy is currently entertaining another offer from us. And that has given us our ticking war score. So we're just going to head up and beat up Duke Huge's army. Alright. Going to ransom Hugo for 46 gold. We must have ransomed the other one by accident. It's alright. Didn't really impact on anything. Okay, so we just need to try and intercept this army. They're currently in Julik. Galindo, oh, we forgot about him. I don't want to give him Padua. Not at this stage, so I've had it with his whining! Yeah! I completely forgot that we were supposed to give him one of those counties up here. Oh well. Deal with it. Good. Some more money for us from ransoming small children. Wonderful. We're going to take a crossing penalty from Trier. We are, but I really don't care. We outnumber them by so much, it's not going to matter. 1st of November, 27th of October. They're going to move into Lune anyway. So we'll follow them. We are probably going to take a penalty from Julik. Well, allegedly we're not, but it looks like we may because there's a river here. We'll see. Nope. No river crossing. Awesome. Oh, come on, capture the Doge of Genoa again. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's chase him down. Up into Breda. And then we'll come back down and take on this army that's moving around. A marriage offer from the Serene Doge of Venice. He would like to marry this fellow to this lady. We won't get any money out of it, but I'm fine with that. Get that temptress out of our sight. The Duke of Saxony must have died in combat. Yep. Ah well, so now we've got a new Duke in Saxony. He's alright at this stage. Not concerned. Can't really change any of these laws too much. Did our elective, or not, our crown law thing run out? Let's see, who would have been influenced by that? Brunswick? Yes, it looks like that increased crown authority penalty has gone. So let's try and push through some more laws. Bohemia is at medium. That's alright. Pomerania is at medium. That's also alright. Poland is at low. Let's push that to medium. To see how it goes. And we need to educate Wigerick here. Looks like he was going for military. Well, you can't have a better educator than Ludolf. Okay, we've won that battle. Lovely. So now we're at 28%. She's definitely not going to give up. She thinks she's losing, or she knows she's losing, which, you know, she is. What are you doing? You're going back to Rams. There's a lot of rivers in this area, which is kind of going to be problematic, I guess. Yeah, we shouldn't have any issue pushing for kingdom crown authority increases. It's just the empire one which is the issue. Okay, so that was Poland done. Pomerania is already medium. Bavaria is low, so we're going to push that back up. We have a huge vote already. We've almost been able to push that through on our own basis because we own so many counties in Bavaria. We only need maybe one or two guys to say, oh yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And we'll probably get that. And we can do this in multiple kingdoms because we don't need to worry about increased crown authority penalties in multiple places. See, we've increased crown authority, but the Countess here doesn't care. The Duke of Brunswick here doesn't care because he's up here and Poland is over here. Why isn't it being converted into the Empire? Do we not hold something in there? I'm sure we hold the entire damn place. Just looking at the secondary holdings, we're looking for something unusual that basically doesn't look like the HRE shield on the right-hand side. I'm still impressed by the Bishopric of Zelena-Gora's crest. That's quite nice. Yeah, we hold the whole place, so I don't know why it isn't being converted into the HRE. But whatever. Yep, Bavaria now has medium crown authority. So, everywhere should have at least medium crown authority. Germany does, Bavaria does, Poland does, Pomerania does, Bohemia does, Italy does, but we don't care about Italy. And of note, that means that the vassals can't declare war on each other. And we can revoke infidel titles for free. We're going to have to end this episode in a little bit, but, you know, that's alright. We're still getting vassal inheritance warnings for this one. We need to kill this guy. Duke Hardwin. Hurry up and kill the Kaiserine. Yep, and of course we need a new guy leading our troops there. We're going to make it this fellow. And we've arrived in Verdun. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch them, so we are going to leave this on a tiny bit of a cliffhanger because it's time for the end of the episode. So, if you have any questions or comments about what I'm doing, how things are going, my plans for the future, feel free to go ahead and ask those in the comments section. I'll be happy to respond. Like the video if you liked it, and if you'd like to see more of this sort of thing, throw me a subscribe, and yeah, then you'll get all of these videos. But in the meantime, I've been Sub, you've been yourselves, later.